everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do this look for you here. So I did just focus on the eyes. I did start the look, my whole face already finished except my eyes. So if you want to see how I accomplish this very universal but smoky eye, then keep on watching. Okay, so I do have my full face on already except my eyes. So I've done my eyebrows, my face, my cheeks, everything like that, just not my eyes. So I have previously primed my eyes, so I used the MAC Painterly Paint Pot just to prime my eyes and cancel out any of the blues and veins that I do have on my eyes. So let's jump in and get started. I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. So I am just going to put like a creamy shade all over my eyelids. So I'm just using this one here just to set that Painterly Paint Pot, as well as it's going to help cancel any color discoloration I do have on my eyelids. So I'm just using like a flat tip brush. It doesn't really matter what kind. Just placing that all over the eyelids. No technique needed. All the way up to the eyebrow. Okay, so next from the Chocolate Bar palette, I'm going to go in with this like orangey brown shade. So I'm using that as my transition color. So I'm just going to put that in the middle of my eye in like windshield wiper motions, just so that the darker colors that I'm going to go in with next all blend together well. So this is the color that looks pretty pigmented and that looks pretty brown and orange. But once you have the other colors on top of it, it's a color that you never see. So it's more so just to transition the colors. Going in with that same color again, tapping off the brush and doing the same on the other side. So I am going in with, this is a MAC blending brush in 217. And I'm just swiping it in windshield wipers as well as doing small little circles. That's it for the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. That's all I'm using it for. Next, I'm going to go in with single eyeshadows. I'm going to use the same brush I was already using, and I'm going to go in, this is a Bobbi Brown. This is like a dark green eyeshadow, and it's in Ivy 25. So I will have all of these products linked down below for you, but just for reference, it's just a dark green shade. Going in again with that MAC 217. I'm putting this all on the outskirts, so it's going to be a dark look. I'm going to place that product on the outskirts and really blend it out. Bobbi Brown eyeshadows are phenomenal and work really, really well because they're so creamy. So it is a shadow that if you do have any problems with like blending or making sure you don't have harsh lines, this is an eyeshadow to look into because it is so creamy. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more because right now it kind of looks like a black. So I want to make sure that it looks like dark green instead of a black. So I'm going to pack on that product just so that it looks pretty dark, because we are doing a dark smoky look today. And blending that up. Because this brush has lots of product on it, I'm going to take a clean blending brush, so this is the Smashbox one, and just blend that through with a clean one. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye as well by going in with that green Ivy shade and just packing it on the outer edges of my eyes. Kind of see that I only put it on the half of the eye into the middle of the eye. So I didn't go all the way in and I didn't blend it all the way up to the eyebrow. So about halfway both areas. This brush is more to place the product than it is to blend it out. So just make sure that you are going in with a blending brush after and blending that out. So I just did the same color, just added a little bit more so it looked a little bit more green. You to know that it makes a huge difference by blending it out and not blending it out. So make sure you are going back in and you are blending the eyeshadow out like crazy. Okay, so next step, I'm going to go in. This is where it makes it a little bit more dramatic. I'm going in with an Urban Decay eyeshadow. This one's in the color Lounge, so it is like an iridescent shadow, which looks a little bit blue, a little bit green, and a little bit purple all at the same time. So I'm just going to go in with like a small flat tip brush and just place that product all in the inner corner. So it's going to really make this eye dark and dramatic. Taking a little bit more of that product because I want to pack it on to make it really intense. So you can kind of see it's like a mermaid kind of look. So it is something that's going to be very intense, but can go with many different outfits because it does have that purple, the greens, the dark blues kind of all in there. So going back in with a blending brush again and just blending those two so that they're seamlessly together without any harsh lines. I always tell people that the number one brush that you need is a blending brush. If you look at my brush collection, I probably have, my majority of my brushes are all blending brushes. So make sure that you have those on hand and clean ones all the time as well. So going back in, because when you blend it out, it removes a little bit of the product in the inner corner, just making sure that there's product still there. Okay, so that's all blended out. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the bottom lash line. So if you want a finished like smoky effect, you always want to make sure that you are doing something to the bottom lash line. So I always do the same thing that I did to the top to the bottom. So I'm going to go in with the Ivy again, and this is just a Sigma tapered brush. It's E30, just a penciled taper brush to go in my bottom lash line and then blend that in the bottom. I'm going to go back in with the Urban Decay eyeshadow and use the same technique of taking a little bit on that pencil brush and putting it on the bottom lash line as well. So just curling my eyelashes here. I'm also not going to put eyeliner on today just because the look is already very dark. So if you want to darken it up even more, put on some eyeliner and it will really darken it up. But because the eyelashes I am going to use today are very thick and very dark, I don't want to add too much darkness to my eyes. So I'm just going to go in with mascara. So the mascara that I'm using here is the Smoky Eye Bobbi Brown mascara. So always to blend your eyelashes a little bit better with the false lashes that you may be applying, you want to make sure that you do put mascara on the eyelashes so that you can reuse the eyelashes, because if you put mascara on the false lashes that you're putting on, it's harder to clean, it's harder to reuse them. So if you are putting mascara on the lashes that you already have on your face, then it really blends them together. Also going to take that same mascara and just put a little bit on my bottom lash line as well. So last step for the eyeshadow, I'm going in with Stila Kitten and just highlighting my eyebrow bone, just so that it really emphasizes that area and lifts it up and brightens it. Okay, so next I'm going in with my eyelashes. So the ones I'm going to use today are the Lena lashes, and the ones that I'm obsessed with recently are called Claudia. I will link them down below, but they look like this. So they're just like a really fluffy eyelash that's really full. So after I got my eyelash extensions off, I really missed the fullness and the good volume, but again, with lash extensions, it didn't always last. So I really like these lashes. They are really worth the money. I believe they're $40, but then you can use them many, many times, as well as Lena Lashes always has promotions. So I will link it down below, like I said, but I'm just going to go off camera here and put on my lashes. Okay, so that is the final eye look with the eyelashes. So again, the eyelashes are called Claudia, so they do make a huge difference. They really open up the eyes and make them look full and like a going out kind of thing. So I do really like these lashes recently. They are my favorites. I have reused them probably about 10 times so far. So you can really get your wear out of them and your money's worth. So with that being said, if you guys are curious to what my lip combo is, because it is very neutral and very simple, if you don't follow me on Instagram, it is my new favorite kind of lip combo. It's the Rouge Bunny Rouge liner. This one is in the color Ronald, I believe. Yeah, Ronald. And then the Smashbox lipstick. This one is in the color Audition. So it's a really neutral kind of look that goes with everything. So if you want to check this out, be sure to follow me on Instagram, because I do post my weekly favorites kind of on there. So thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up or subscribe if you are new to my channel. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're going to try out this very dark but very unique look that's very universal. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.